Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be diving into something I think we all crave,
Mm-hmm.
a life that's like truly overflowing with happiness and meaning.
Yeah.
You've given us some amazing material to work with for this deep dive,
Yeah.
including Martin Seligman's Authentic Happiness.
Great book.
Get ready for some serious aha moments because we're about to unlock some actionable steps.
Absolutely.
And these are backed by real research.
Yeah, it's fascinating. You know how psychology for so long was kind of fixated on what's wrong with us?
Right.
Positive psychology flips the script. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, what makes life worth living?
Right.
What strengths help us thrive?
Yeah, it's such a breath of fresh air, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Especially now when it
Yeah.
feels like so many people are searching for that purpose and
Yes.
joy.
Yeah.
So let's jump right in with this idea of positive emotions.
Okay.
The research here just blew my mind. Just
Yeah.
a snapshot
Yeah.
of genuine happiness.
Right.
Like if you're looking at a photo and someone's genuinely smiling,
Yeah.
that can predict things like how long they'll live
Wow.
and even marital success.
It's incredible, right?
It really is.
It just highlights how crucial these positive emotions are,
Mm,
not just for our mood,
right.
but this is where the broaden and build theory comes in. It's positive emotions actually expand our thinking, our actions.
Mm,
It
mhm.
creates this ripple effect,
yeah.
leading to more skills, more resources, and ultimately
Yeah.
a happier you.
So like next time you're feeling down, try to think about doing something that just genuinely makes you happy.
Absolutely.
Like listening to your favorite song or spending time with people you love.
Yeah.
You might be surprised at how that one simple act can just open up all these possibilities
Totally.
and make you feel more capable.
Yeah.
I know I've definitely felt that.
It's about creating that upward spiral.
Yeah.
Now, you might be thinking,
Mm.
okay, so is happiness just about chasing rainbows and butterflies?
Right.
And the answer is a resounding no.
Yeah.
There are some myths we need to debunk
Okay.
about what truly leads to a fulfilling life.
Like the myth that money buys happiness.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
We all need enough to cover the basics.
Of course.
But the research is so clear on this.
Yeah.
After a certain point, more wealth
It doesn't.
doesn't equal more happiness.
It doesn't at all.
It's so interesting.
What's interesting is the
Yeah.
things that actually contribute to lasting happiness.
Mhm.
Strong social connections,
Yeah.
work that feels meaningful,
Right.
a sense of purpose.
Yeah.
Those are the ingredients.
It's not about that fat bank account.
It's not about the money.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about building blocks for a happy life.
Okay.
Seligman highlights these three things:
Mm-hmm.
optimism, gratitude, and resilience
Yeah.
as like the key players.
They're so important.
He even has this test for measuring your optimism levels,
Yeah.
which I found really
These
fascinating.
are just kind of fluffy,
Right.
feel-good concepts, there's solid science behind them.
Right.
Optimism impacts how we view setbacks.
Okay.
Is it a temporary roadblock
Right.
or a total defeat?
Right.
That mindset shift
Mhm.
has a huge EE impact on how we reach our goals.
Imagine if you hit a roadblock and instead of giving up, you just saw it as a detour that was leading you to an even better route.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's about viewing challenges as opportunities,
Yeah.
not just obstacles.
I love that. And then there's gratitude.
Gratitude is huge.
It's not just about saying thank you,
No?
but truly appreciating all the good stuff in our lives.
Yeah.
That cup of coffee in the morning,
Yes.
the friend who always makes you laugh.
Totally.
The research even suggests that this can actually lead to stronger relationships
Absolutely.
and just overall satisfaction.
It's about shifting your focus
Okay.
from what's missing to what you already have,
Right.
creating a feeling of contentment and abundance
Yeah, you start to just see the good all around you.
everywhere.
And let's not forget resilience.
Oh, resilience is key.
Life is full of surprises, right?
Yeah.
Not all of them good,
Definitely not.
but resilience helps us bounce back from those.
Yeah.
It's about knowing you have that inner strength to weather the storms
Absolutely.
and come out stronger.
It's that ability to adapt and thrive,
Right.
no matter what life throws your way.
It's about building that inner toolkit
Yeah.
filled with techniques to reframe those negative thoughts, savor those good times,
Yeah.
navigate challenges with grace and determination.
It's available to all of us.
Okay, this is all fantastic, but how do we actually put these ideas into practice?
Yeah.
Where do we even start?
One powerful approach is to tap into our signature strengths.
Okay.
These are the qualities that energize us,
Mm-hmm.
the activities that make time fly by and leave us feeling deeply satisfied.
Think about those moments when you're in the zone,
Yes.
totally absorbed in something that you love. That's a clue to your signature strengths.
Absolutely.
Riley.
Seligman identified 24 core strengths,
Okay.
like curiosity, love of learning, kindness,
Yeah.
leadership, the good stuff.
The good stuff.
We each have our own unique combo.
Right.
There's actually a test you can take,
Oh, wow.
the signature strengths test.
Okay.
And it helps you pinpoint yours.
So it's like a personality quiz, but instead of telling you what Hogwarts house you belong to,
Exactly.
it reveals your positive superpowers.
I love that.
I'm already intrigued.
And the beauty is that these strengths aren't just about personal fulfillment.
Okay.
They can be used to contribute to something bigger than ourselves.
Now that's what I call a win-win.
Yeah.
Using our talents to actually make a real difference in the world.
Exactly. So let's dive into how we can actually use these strengths
Okay.
to find more gratification and meaning
Okay.
in our work, our relationships,
Yeah.
everything in between.
I'm all ears.
Okay.
Let's start with work.
Okay.
I mean, for many of us, it takes up a huge chunk of our lives. And finding satisfaction in our jobs can be a real struggle.
It can be.
What does Seligman have to say about that?
Well, he suggests that one of the keys to unlocking greater job satisfaction is to identify and leverage those signature strengths in our professional lives.
So instead of dreading Mondays,
Right.
we can actually look forward to using our talents
Yeah.
and feeling that sense of accomplishment.
Exactly.
Talk about a game changer.
It's about finding deeper purpose in what we do. It goes beyond just earning a paycheck.
Okay, but what if your current job doesn't exactly light you up?
Right.
Do you have to quit and start over to find that sense of purpose?
Not necessarily. Seligman suggests that we can recraft our existing jobs
Okay.
to better align with our strengths.
Okay.
This might involve taking on new responsibilities, finding creative approaches to tasks,
Right.
or even seeking out collaborations that play to your strengths.
So it's about taking ownership
Yes.
and finding those pockets of fulfillment, even within a job that might not seem ideal
Yeah.
at first glance.
Exactly.
That's empowering.
It is.
So, for example, let's say you're a natural problem solver,
Okay.
but your current role is very administrative.
Oh.
You could look for ways to streamline processes,
Yeah.
improve efficiency, or take on projects that allow you to flex those problem-solving muscles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. Finding those opportunities to make a positive impact, no matter what your job title is.
And if you're in a leadership role,
Mm-hmm.
you can create that environment
Yes.
where your team can do the same.
Absolutely.
Recognizing and nurturing their strengths can lead to a more engaged
Oh, yeah.
and productive team.
Totally.
It's a win-win for everyone.
It is.
Okay, we've talked about work, but what about our personal lives?
Yeah.
Especially our relationships.
Mm-hmm.
How can our signature strengths help us build stronger, more fulfilling connections with others?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Our strengths can play a huge role in enriching our relationships.
Okay.
For example, if kindness is one of your signature strengths, you can consciously make an effort to practice acts of kindness
Yeah.
towards your loved ones.
Okay.
It could be something as simple as offering a listening ear,
Yeah.
lending a helping hand,
Mm.
expressing appreciation.
So it's about bringing our best selves to those relationships,
Absolutely.
using our strengths to nurture and support the people we care about.
It is.
And just as we can recraft our work,
Yes.
we can recraft our approach to relationships
Right.
to better align with our strengths.
Totally.
So if deep conversations and intellectual stimulation are your jam,
Mm-hmm.
prioritize spending time with loved ones,
Yeah.
engaging in meaningful discussions.
It's it.
It's about finding ways to connect on a deeper level,
Yeah.
using our strengths to create those shared experiences
Mm-hmm.
and foster true intimacy.
Absolutely.
And this applies to all kinds of relationships, right?
It does.
It's not just romantic ones.
All kinds.
Friendships, family relationships, even interactions with colleagues
Mhm.
or acquaintances
Yeah.
can all benefit from this approach.
Absolutely.
It's about being mindful of how we can use our strengths
Yeah.
to make all of our relationships
Isn't
more
it?
positive and meaningful.
Imagine a ripple effect of goodness.
That's a beautiful image.
Yeah,
And it's a two-way street, right?
it is.
Just as we can contribute to others,
Mm-hmm.
we can also appreciate and benefit from the strengths of those around us.
Exactly.
It's about creating that supportive, uplifting network where
Yeah.
everyone feels seen,
Yes.
valued,
Yeah,
and empowered to be their best selves.
absolutely.
This is all so inspiring, but I have a question.
Okay.
As we cultivate our strengths and use them for good,
Mm-hmm.
Are we just talking about feeling good?
Right.
Or is there something deeper at play here?
That's where things get really exciting.
Okay.
It's not just about fleeting happiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's about building a life that's truly meaningful.
So it's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where our passions and talents
Yes.
meet a cause we believe in
Absolutely.
and leaving a legacy
Hmm.
that extends beyond ourselves.
That's it.
That's powerful.
If you're passionate about environmental sustainability
Okay.
and you have strong leadership skills,
Mm-hmm.
you might find deep fulfillment in leading a community initiative
Yeah.
to promote eco-friendly practices.
Or if you're a gifted communicator
Mm-hmm.
with a passion for social justice,
Yeah.
advocating for marginalized communities could be your calling.
Exactly.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
They are?
It's about finding that unique contribution you can make,
Yes.
using your strengths to leave the world a little better than you found it.
I love that.
This is all incredibly motivating.
It is.
But is there a roadmap,
Yeah.
a formula for finding our purpose
Right.
and crafting that meaningful life?
While there's no one-size-fits-all answer,
Okay.
there are some helpful guidelines. First, it's crucial to reflect on your values.
Okay.
What matters most to you?
Yeah.
What impact do you want to have?
It's about getting clear on those core beliefs,
Yes.
those guiding principles that truly drive you.
Exactly. And once you understand your values,
Okay.
you can start to see how your strengths can serve them.
Okay.
It might involve volunteering your time, donating to a cause,
Right.
mentoring someone,
Yeah.
or even just being more mindful and compassionate
Mhm.
in your everyday interactions.
So it's not necessarily about those grand gestures,
No.
but making choices
Yes.
that align with those values
Absolutely.
in every area of our lives.
In every area. Don't be afraid to experiment.
Right.
Try new things. Step outside that comfort zone.
Yeah.
You might stumble upon opportunities you never imagined
Yeah.
when you start living with intention.
It's about embracing that growth mindset
Yes.
and seeing life as an adventure, a journey of self-discovery, and meaningful contribution.
Absolutely. And remember, it's a journey,
Right.
not a destination.
Mm-hmm.
Your purpose may evolve
Right.
as you grow and experience new things.
It's gonna
Yeah.
change over time.
Absolutely. Stay curious, stay engaged,
Yeah.
keep seeking those opportunities to make a positive impact,
Mm-hmm.
and trust that your path will unfold.
This has been an incredible deep dive so far.
It has.
We've learned about harnessing the power of positive emotions,
Yeah,
debunked some common myths about happiness,
we did.
explored how to cultivate those essential qualities of optimism, gratitude, and resilience,
Absolutely.
and discovered how our unique strengths can lead us to not just a more fulfilling life, but also a more meaningful life.
A life of meaning and purpose.
This is just part one of our deep dives.
That's right.
So stay tuned for more insights and actionable strategies in the next segment.
We'll be right back. Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about how using your strengths can transform your work and relationships. Now, let's delve a little deeper into those signature strengths.
Okay.
Remember those 24 core strengths Seligman identified?
Yes.
Well, each of us has like a unique combination,
Right.
almost like a fingerprint.
Okay.
And there's this amazing tool called the Signature Strengths Test
Okay.
that can help you uncover yours.
Oh, I love that analogy of a fingerprint.
Yeah,
It really highlights that each of us just has something special to offer,
absolutely.
like a unique set of talents that can be harnessed for good.
Yeah.
I'm itching to learn more about this signature strengths test.
Okay.
Is it something that, like, anyone can access?
Absolutely. You can find it online.
Okay.
It's kind of those personality quizzes we all love,
Yeah.
but instead of sorting you into Hogwarts houses,
Right.
it pinpoints your positive superpowers.
I love that.
It helps you identify your top strength.
Okay.
Those qualities that energize you and make you feel truly alive.
Hmm.
Things like curiosity, love, of learning kindness,
Mm-hmm.
leadership, all those wonderful traits that contribute to a fulfilling life.
Okay, so let's say I've taken the test
Yeah.
and I've discovered my top strengths are like creativity, love of learning,
Mm-hmm.
and social intelligence.
Okay.
Now what?
Yeah.
How do I actually put these strengths into action and make them part of my daily life?
That's the key question.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just know your strengths.
Right.
You have to actively engage them.
Okay.
Think about how you can incorporate them into everything you do.
Mm.
Your work, your relationships, your hobbies,
Yeah.
even your daily routines.
It's about weaving those strengths into the fabric of your life.
That's it.
So if I'm a creative person,
Yeah.
It's not just about doodling in my notebook during meetings.
Right.
It's about finding ways to bring that creativity into my work projects.
Yes.
Or maybe even like starting a side hustle that lets my artistic side shine.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if love of learning is a strength,
Mm-hmm.
you might make time each day to read,
Right.
take an online course, explore a new topic that sparks your interest.
The world is your classroom.
It is.
And for social intelligence, I could focus on deepening my connections with colleagues,
Mm-hmm.
um, being a more attentive listener in conversations,
Yeah.
or even volunteering in my community to connect with people from diverse backgrounds.
You got it.
Okay.
It's about being intentional
Yeah?
and making those strengths a part of your everyday experience.
I know what you might be thinking, though.
What's that?
What about my weaknesses?
Yeah. It's not about ignoring your weaknesses.
Okay.
It's more about acknowledging them and finding ways to manage them
Okay.
so they don't hold you back.
Right.
And sometimes you can actually use your strengths to compensate for your weaknesses.
Oh, so for example, if I'm not naturally organized,
Okay.
but I'm great at problem solving,
Yeah.
I could use my problem solving skills
Exactly.
to create systems that help me stay on top of things.
That's it.
Okay.
It's about being resourceful and finding creative solutions. And remember, none of us are perfect.
Right.
We all have areas where we shine and areas where we struggle.
It's about embracing those imperfections
Yes.
and recognizing that our strengths and weaknesses are all part of what makes us unique.
Absolutely. And as we learn to appreciate our own strengths and those of others,
Yeah,
we create a more positive and supportive environment for everyone to thrive.
I love that.
Now, I know this talk about strengths and happiness might sound a bit individualistic,
Mm.
but it's not just about maximizing our own well-being.
Right.
It's also about connecting to something larger than
It's
ourselves.
like kind of meaning and purpose.
Exactly.
That feeling of making a difference in the world.
That's it.
Yeah.
Seligman argues that true happiness isn't just about feeling good.
Okay.
It's about doing good and contributing to something meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
And using your strengths in service of that purpose
Okay.
is a powerful way to create that sense of meaning.
So it's not enough to just find a job that allows me to be creative.
Right.
I should also find ways to use that creativity to make a positive impact on my community
Yes,
or even the world.
exactly.
Okay.
It's about aligning your strengths with your values
Mm-hmm.
and finding ways to contribute to a cause that resonates with you.
Yeah.
Imagine taking all those positive qualities we've been talking about,
Okay.
optimism, gratitude, resilience, and your unique signature strengths,
Yeah.
and channeling them to make the world a better place.
Now, that's an inspiring vision.
Yeah.
But I have to be honest, it also feels a little daunting.
Right.
Where do I even start?
Yeah.
How do I find that greater purpose?
There are many paths to meaning.
Okay.
It could involve volunteering your time,
Mhm.
donating to a cause, mentoring someone,
Okay.
or even simply being more mindful and compassionate in your everyday interactions.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be some grand sweeping gesture.
Yeah.
It can start with small everyday acts of kindness and contribution.
So it's not about waiting for some big opportunity to come along.
No.
It's about finding those little moments in our daily lives
Yes,
to make a difference.
exactly. And as you begin to live with more intention and purpose,
Mm-hmm.
you might be surprised at how those small acts ripple outwards,
Okay.
creating a positive impact far beyond what you initially imagined.
It's like that butterfly effect,
It is.
where a small change can set off a chain reaction of positive consequences.
Exactly.
But even with all this talk about happiness and meaning,
Yeah.
we have to acknowledge that life isn't always easy,
That's true.
right? We're all going to face challenges and setbacks along the way.
Absolutely. Life is full of ups and downs.
Yeah.
And it's important to remember that negative emotions are a natural part of the human experience.
Okay.
It's okay to feel sadness, anger, frustration, even grief.
Mm-hmm.
Those emotions are part of what makes us human.
So it's not about trying to be happy all the time.
Yeah.
It's about learning how to deal with those difficult emotions in a healthy way.
Exactly.
Right.
The key is to not let those negative emotions consume us. It's about developing the skills and strategies
Mm.
to navigate those tough times
Yeah.
and emerge stronger on the other side.
Okay.
And that's where resilience comes in.
Resilience. That ability to bounce back from adversity and keep moving forward, no matter what life throws our way.
That's it.
Yeah.
And building resilience is a lifelong journey.
Okay.
It's about learning from our experiences,
Mhm.
developing coping mechanisms,
Yeah.
and cultivating a mindset
Right.
that allows us to view challenges as opportunities for growth.
It's about recognizing that we have that inner strength to overcome obstacles.
Yeah,
And that even in the darkest of times, there's always hope for a brighter tomorrow.
absolutely.
And that hope is often fueled by our connections with others, right?
It is.
When we're facing challenges.
Yeah,
Having a supportive network of friends, family, or even a therapist can make all the difference.
totally.
It's about reminding ourselves that we're not alone in our struggles.
That's such an important point. It's okay to reach out for support when you need it.
Right.
Sometimes simply talking to someone who cares can help you process difficult emotions and gain a fresh perspective.
And sometimes just shifting our perspective can make a world of difference.
It can.
Earlier, we talked about gratitude,
Yes.
but I'm curious how that plays a role
Yeah,
when we're facing those tough times.
that's a great question.
Yeah.
Seligman talks about the importance of practicing gratitude,
Oh.
even when things are tough.
Even when things are tough.
It's about finding those silver linings,
Okay.
those glimmers of good amidst the challenges.
Yeah.
It's about training your mind to focus on what you're thankful for, even when it feels hard.
It's about choosing to focus on the positive,
Yes.
even when we're surrounded by negativity.
And that shift in focus can be incredibly powerful.
Okay.
It can help reframe your experiences, cultivate a more positive outlook,
Right.
and ultimately find more joy and meaning even in the midst of adversity. It's about recognizing that happiness and meaning are not destinations.
Okay.
They're ways of being,
Okay.
choices we make every day,
Yeah.
and how we think, how we act, and how we interact with the world around us.
And one of those choices involves learning how to be more optimistic,
Yes,
even when life throws us curveballs.
absolutely.
This is where Seligman's concept of learned optimism comes in, right?
It does.
The idea that we can actually train ourselves to be more optimistic,
Yes,
even if we tend to lean towards pessimism.
exactly. He challenges that old belief that optimism is just an innate trait you're either born with or not.
Right.
His research suggests that we can actually change our thinking patterns
Yeah.
and develop a more optimistic outlook through practice and effort.
Wait, are you telling me that even the most die-hard pessimist
I am.
can learn to see the glass half full?
You can.
That's a pretty radical idea.
It might sound counterintuitive, but it's possible.
Wow.
It involves learning to challenge those negative thoughts, identify alternative explanations, and focus on the things we can control.
So it's not about denying the reality of difficult situations.
No,
It's about approaching them with a more constructive and hopeful mindset.
that's it.
Okay.
And like learning any new skill, it takes practice.
Right.
But the payoff can be huge.
Because a more optimistic outlook leads to greater resilience,
Yeah,
better relationships,
absolutely.
and even improved physical health.
It does.
Wow.
When we face challenges with optimism, we're more likely to see them as temporary setbacks,
Okay.
not insurmountable obstacles.
Right.
We're more likely to persevere, problem solve, and ultimately find solutions.
It's like having a secret weapon, a mental shield that deflects negativity
Yeah,
and helps us keep moving forward.
that's a great way to put it.
And one of the key techniques Seligman teaches for cultivating optimism is the ABCDE model.
Yes.
Okay. That sounds intriguing, but a little complicated.
It's not that complicated.
Can you break down how it works?
Of course. So when we experience adversity, say a job loss or a relationship ending,
Okay.
we have automatic thoughts and beliefs about the situation.
Right.
And these beliefs can be pretty negative, leading
Yeah.
to consequences like feeling despair or hopelessness.
So, for example, if I get laid off from my job,
Yeah,
my automatic thought might be, I'm a failure, I'll never find another job.
exactly.
And that belief could spiral into feeling defeated
Right.
and giving up on my job search.
Exactly. But with the ABCDE model,
Okay.
we learn to dispute those negative beliefs.
Yeah.
We challenge them by asking ourselves, is this belief really true?
Right.
What evidence supports it?
Yeah.
Are there other ways of looking at this situation?
So instead of just accepting that negative thought as fact,
Yeah,
we start poking holes in its logic
that's it.
and looking for a more balanced and realistic perspective.
Exactly. And as we dispute those negative beliefs,
Yeah.
we start to feel a sense of energization.
Oh, yeah?
We regain a sense of control
Hmm.
and begin to see possibilities again.
It's like we're reclaiming our power,
Yeah.
choosing to focus on a more optimistic and empowering perspective.
And that shift in perspective can impact every area of your life.
Okay.
Your relationships, your work, even your physical well-being.
But can we really change our thinking patterns so drastically?
Yeah.
We're talking about deep-seated beliefs and habits here.
It's not always easy,
Right.
but it's definitely possible.
Yeah.
And the more we practice, the more those optimistic thinking patterns become second nature,
Right.
almost like building a mental muscle.
Yeah.
The more we use it, the stronger it becomes.
This has been an incredible deep dive so far.
It has.
We've explored the power of positive emotions,
Mm-hmm.
debunked myths about happiness,
Yeah.
learned how to cultivate optimism, gratitude, and resilience,
We have.
and discovered how our signature strengths can lead us to a more fulfilling and meaningful life.
Absolutely. It's been a fascinating journey.
It really has.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
There's so much more to learn and explore within the realm of positive psychology.
Before we wrap up, what's one key takeaway you hope our listeners will remember from this deep dive?
The most important message is that you have more power than you realize
Okay.
to shape your well-being and contribute to a better world.
I love that.
Even small changes can make a big difference.
So don't wait for the perfect moment or the grand gesture.
Right.
Start today, choose one thing you've learned from our conversation,
Yeah.
and commit to putting it into practice.
Exactly. Whether it's expressing gratitude, using your signature strengths,
Yeah.
or challenging a negative thought,
Mm-hmm.
take that first step and see where it leads you.
This is just part 2 of our deep dive.
That's right.
So stay tuned for more insights and actionable strategies in the next segment. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been on quite a journey exploring happiness, meaning, and the power of positive psychology.
It has been a fascinating exploration.
It really has in this final part.
Mhm.
I'm curious, are there any practical tips or exercises we can use to actually put these ideas into practice?
That's a fantastic question because, knowledge without action is kind of like a car without an engine.
Right.
It won't get you very far.
It's not going to go anywhere.
One of the simplest
Yeah.
yet most powerful exercises Seligman suggests
Okay.
is a gratitude journal.
A gratitude journal. Tell me more about that.
Okay.
I've heard of it, but never really tried it.
It's incredibly simple yet so effective.
Okay.
Each day,
Yeah.
take a few minutes just to jot down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for.
Okay.
They can be big or small, from the roof over your head
Yeah.
to a delicious cup of coffee.
Right.
The key is to really savor those moments and let that feeling of gratitude kind of wash over you.
So it's not just about listing things off,
No.
but truly appreciating them.
Exactly. The more you practice, the more you'll start to notice those little things throughout your day that bring you joy.
Okay.
It's like training your brain to focus on the positive. And research shows that this simple practice can lead to increased happiness
Wow.
and even improved physical health.
I'm definitely going to give that a try. Are there any other exercises you recommend?
Another powerful technique is using affirmations. These are positive statements you repeat to yourself, almost like mantras, to reprogram your subconscious mind and cultivate a more optimistic outlook.
So instead of dwelling on negative thoughts,
Yeah.
like I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed,
Right.
I could repeat affirmations like I am capable
Yes.
or I am worthy of success.
Precisely. The key is to choose affirmations that resonate with you
Okay.
and repeat them regularly, ideally out loud with conviction and feeling.
Right.
And over time, these positive statements can start to shift your beliefs and shape your reality.
It sounds like a way to rewire our thinking
It-
and cultivate a more positive inner dialogue.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of visualization.
Okay.
Athletes use it all the time to improve their performance.
Right.
You can apply the same principle to any area of your life.
So if I'm working towards a specific goal,
Yeah.
like starting my own business,
Okay.
I could visualize myself taking those steps, feeling confident and successful to help manifest that outcome.
That's right. Create a vivid mental picture of yourself achieving your goals,
Okay.
engaging all your senses,
Mhm.
sight, sound, feeling.
Yeah.
The more you practice, the more you program your subconscious mind for success
Wow.
and attract those opportunities into your life.
These are all fantastic tools. I'm already feeling more empowered just hearing about them.
That's great. And remember, building a happier, more meaningful life is an ongoing journey,
Right.
not a destination.
Yeah,
There will be ups and downs, challenges and triumphs.
of course.
The key is to keep learning, keep growing, and keep embracing those opportunities to make a positive impact, both in your own life and in the world around you.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights and expertise on positive psychology.
It's been my pleasure.
I know I've learned so much, and I hope our listeners have too.
Me too. And remember, the most important step is to take action.
Yes.
Choose one thing you've learned today and commit to putting it into practice.
Absolutely. And if you want to dive deeper into these concepts, we highly recommend checking out Martin Seligman's book, Authentic Happiness.
Great book.
It's packed with even more insights and practical strategies for living a more fulfilling and meaningful life.
It is. Until next time, keep diving deep and keep striving for a life brimming with happiness, meaning, and positive impact.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. We'll see you next time for another fascinating exploration.